Good afternoon, Field Club membership. Head golf professional Kevin Drew, as always, here. I told you I would not be doing At the Podium because I had something a little more in-depth and greater, and that's what we're going to give you today. Today we're going to give you a breakdown of all the events we've done so far in the LGA, the MGA, and just a few other events throughout the season. Call it a mid-season recap, if you will. So what we're going to do is start with the Ladies Golf Association. They've enjoyed 6 events so far this year. They do one 9-hole structured event every month, and then they have a couple of their what we'll call majors. If you go ahead, and we'll start with the very first major of the year, which was the Ladies Member, formerly known the Buddy Tournament, because you're playing with a buddy. That tournament, which is a 1-net and 2-net format, back in June, was won by Leslie Douglas and Trish Egbert. They took home their first title as teammates. So the first big event of the year went to Leslie Douglas and Trish Egbert. Got them a lot of Player of the Year points. Put Leslie in the lead early for the Ladies Player of the Year, but we had a lot more events to come. We moved along into July. In July, we had our Ladies Firecracker Shootout. Good competition. They did a 4-club format where they could only take 4 clubs onto the golf course. Emily E.J. Gondringer was successful. I believe she shot about 2 or 3 under her for net score, which is obviously very good considering she only used 4 clubs. Maybe it's something she'll look at doing for the rest of the summer. But our next major, as I've called it, was just happened, which was the Ladies Lucille Mann Stroke Play Club Championship. They played 18 holes on Saturday and 18 holes on Sunday. We took the lowest 36-hole score, and the winner of this year's event was Mrs. Kelty Kinkle. She fired a net 10 under for the 2-day total. Impressive stuff. She won by 6 shots. A lot of Ladies Player of the Year points. Ended up getting her a captain spot for the Ladies Woolworth Cup, which is their form of the Ryder Cup. If you looked at the Player of the Year standings, it really shifted things around. We had actually one more event that just concluded last Wednesday, and that was the Ladies July 9-hole event. And with those events concluded, we have an updated standings, which we're going to show you here in a second. And your current Ladies Player of the Year is Miss Christine Gondringer. She has 195 points. That's 5-point lead over Elizabeth Morell, who was not last year, but 2 years ago, she won her inaugural Ladies Player of the Year championship. So Christine's done it with stellar play. She got 2nd in the Buddy Tournament. She finished 4th in the Lucy Mann, and she's had tied for 2nd finishes in a lot of those 9-hole events. So she's used it through stellar play the entire season. So it's an exciting first half of the season for the LGA, but we do have the Par 3, another event in August, the Woolworth Cup, and our final Ladies End of the Year tournament in September. So we still have some events to determine our final Player of the Year standings, but it's been an exciting start to the season. Now that we've shown you the LGA, or Ladies Golf Association, breakdown so far for the season, let's go over the Men's Golf Association. They've enjoyed 5 events so far this year, 2 stags, the Memorial Day member, our Firecracker Shootout on the 4th of July, and Fun Fest member guest. Our Memorial Day members, our first big event of the season, especially with the restrictions we had canceling 2 events in the beginning of the season. We had a new team paired up, Chad Van Ostrand, new member, and John Jackson. They had never played before together. They had a great tournament, ended up pulling it out to get first place. It put Chad and John right up at the top of the Player of the Year standings early on in the season. We had another June stag to follow up the May stag, great participation, which put us right into the 4th of July Firecracker Shootout. We had tons of people who were lighting off fireworks during the event to try to rattle the competition. We had another great tournament. Dan and Chris Peters came out on top after making a triple bogey in the alt shot on the last hole. They were still able to hold on by 1 shot. Got them 150 points, automatically qualified for them the Goodman Cup, which is coming up in October. Really shifted around our Player of the Year points. Then we moved right along the next week for our Fun Fest member guest. And everybody who plays in Fun Fest gets Goodman Cup participation points as a thank you for playing in the event. So that kind of shifted around our standings as well. And currently after Fun Fest, Chad Van Ostrand, new member, winner of Memorial Day, top 6 finish in the Firecracker, is your points leader. He's got a 30-point lead over Al Bennick. Al Bennick, if you do remember, last year's Player of the Year, so he's got some competition coming up Rounding out the top 5, you have Jonathan Sienkiewicz, Taylor Stormberg, and John Jackson, who I mentioned before. So there's a lot of events coming up, though. We've got the Club Championship, the Par 3, we've got another Stag, and we have Labor Day before we start really shaking up the Player of the Year standings. So I've given you the LGA and the MGA breakdowns. We had a few other events that went on during the club that we kind of just want to give kudos to the winners of. First, our Field of 64 is our first big event after COVID kind of kicked off, and we wanted to have an event for the members to feel comfortable coming back and getting into the tournament spring of things. And Mr. Benjamin Bertolini out of the Field of 64 was our very first tournament victor of the 2020 season. He grinded out a couple matches in the end to come out on top. He ended up taking the Callaway Maverick driver as his prize versus the free month of dues. So congratulations to Benjamin Bertolini on that victory. We also had one other event that just concluded back in June, and that was our Fence Cup. Our Fence Cup started last year. Greg and I have captained each team, the green team versus the black team, and I'm proud to announce that this year the green team, captained by myself and Mr. JJ Standard, came out on top. It was a slaughter. I won't tell you what the point total was, but it was a lot to a little. So we've got congratulations to the rest of the green team members, and we look forward to retaining that cup. And a special shout out to Mr. Alex Post, new member this year as well. Came in as the MVP and went 4-0 in his matches, took home the Fence Cup championship belt, so he's probably been sporting that around once or twice this year on the golf course. It's been a great tournament season so far. We do have a lot of events left here at Field Club, so we look forward to seeing everybody for the rest of this year, and hopefully we'll see you out on the golf course. Thank you.